In 2022, there was nearly 750,000 kids that went to school in Alberta between ECS up to grade 12, with 66% of them going to the public school system, 23% going to the Catholic or separate system, and 5% going to private schools. Where are you going to send your kids to school? Doesn't matter if you're in the public system, the Catholic or separate school, or one of the amazing private schools that we have here in Calgary. Well, on today's video, we have a guide that has been requested often that's ready to go, right? So we have the ultimate guide for helping you choose one of the top Calgary schools here in Calgary, whether it's public, private, whether it's Catholic, separate, whether it's a specialty school, you're looking for a language school, we've got it all. And inside the guide, you can also start searching for homes and areas around those schools as well. That is going to make it easier to get into the school. But that's not what we're going to talk about. Today, we're talking about the pros and the cons of why you should maybe consider living close to a school. So finding the right school for your child or children is really, really important. I know we went through that exercise when our kids were little and we kind of snuck up on us, right? They were about 5 years old and we were like, whoa, wait a minute, we gotta figure out this school thing. But finding a right school, a right system, the right programs, the right type of classes, all of that is super, super important. It sets them up for the future. It helps them with skills that they're going to learn and need as they get older. And they're going to have incredible relationships with teachers, with their peers, with other adults, their friends' parents. All of these things are so, so important, and it can feel like a big weight that you have on your shoulder. So maybe moving closer to where your school is can help you with that and take some of that weight off. Some of those things like convenience, being close to the school. It might make the mornings a little bit less stressful when you're trying to get out the door. Perhaps there's safety. Maybe you want to be somewhere where you can walk to school, where your kids can walk to school, where they can walk home by themselves. And lastly, there are going to be other families just like you who are also going to be looking for homes that are close to a school that they're looking at. So choosing a high-end school that has great reputation where you're living close can also help with the appreciation value of that home, because there's always going to be a buyer that's waiting for it. So here's a few lessons that we learned in our journey. Now we have two girls that are in grade 7 and grade 5, and we're not done going to school by any means. We still have a lot of things, a lot of choices, a lot of decisions that we have to make. But when our kids were little, we kind of did some homework. We wanted to figure out some things, places, the type of school that would be really, really valuable and important to them. And so the school they were supposed to go to, their designated school, didn't have necessarily the best reputation online, the best scores, that kind of thing. So we wanted to find something different. So we talked to friends, we did some research. We also wanted to make sure that they were getting into a second language program. That was important to us. We decided to go to a certain school that had good reputation, had the second language, had things that were important to us. We knew people that were going there, their kids loved it, good experiences. And so we said, okay, let's go there. And then in the next year or two, we'll move closer, all this kind of stuff. It was good. But here's the problem. It's a chartered school. Chartered schools mean kids can come there and they get bused there from like a bigger catch zone than just the designated community or communities. And so here we were making this big decision, even moving closer to the school, feeling like we're gonna get really close. We could have good friends, play dates, all that kind of, we can't call it play dates when they're grade 7 and 5. I learned that last week. But have these play dates, all these times with friends, all this good stuff, and none of them live close by. We had to drive 20 minutes, half an hour to go visit all of their friends. So a word of caution, if you're planning on specialty schools where there's chartered and all that kind of stuff, just be careful that you're looking at where all the families are coming from, because if you're gonna move closer to the school, all these things that we talked about that are important that could help aren't gonna matter because none of those friends are close by. But living close to a school, and it's the right school, can be very, very valuable for you, your family, and the friends that you're gonna have when your kids are going there. So making the decision on where you're gonna live, how close you want to be to that school can be really valuable, really incredible for your family, the life that you want, the life that you have, what your kids are doing and walking to school, all those things. And I kind of wish that we did live a little bit closer where girls could walk to school. That'd be great. Even busing for half an hour can take a lot of time. But in saying all of that, making decisions that are right for your family are really, really important. And so in the guide that we have created for you, it doesn't have all the schools in the city. It has the top rated schools. So you're not going to find everything in here because that would just be a list of everything. And that's not what we did. So when you download the PDF, go to the link in the description. You will go through, you'll see public schools, Catholic schools, you'll see private schools, you're going to see second language schools. We also included schools in Airdrie, in Cochrane, and Okotoks, and Chestermere. They're top rated schools. All of that is in there for you. And there's a simple little button that you can click, an icon like this right here, that you can click, and it'll actually take you to our website where you can see all of the homes for sale in the areas that go to that school. So you can save that search. We can help you figure it out. But I encourage you, go down to that link, get the guide, and do some homework. And we'll let you head over to this video here, because if you're coming from out of town, this video could be really, really valuable in helping you decide where you should move.